everyone. Welcome back to another episode where Ryan, Aaron, and I predict the NFL matchups week by week. We are heading into week 3. So let's get started. Aaron, Ryan, how are you guys doing?
Doing great, Kevin. How about you?
Not too bad, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you both for being here. We'll just start right off with what's right on the screen here and our records.
Yeah, look at that beautiful record.
Through the first 2 weeks.
This is stupid. I don't even like football.
That's how I feel.
Apparently, I've never watched it either, so I have no idea what's going on.
It's very apparent that there's been some crazy things going on, and that's why we love it. But yeah, Ryan, you were 19-13, kind of pulling yourself away from the pack here. So congratulations, and stop that.
Improve on that this week too. Can be better.
Well, we'll see about that. I need a nice good 14 win week here. So I doubt that's going to happen with the way I've been picking. Maybe I'll just go opposite with what comes to me and how I'm feeling. I'll just pick the opposite game. Let's get started. Right into that first game. We've got the Thursday night game with the Steelers versus the Browns. Both teams are 1-1. Go ahead, Ryan. Where are you thinking this game?
This is an easy one for me, hands down. Brown's going to take this. I mean, you saw it now 2 weeks in a row. The Steelers have no offense. They cannot move the ball. It's just not looking good over there with Mitchell Trubisky. You got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt over there carrying Jacoby Brissett. So that's all they need. They're the home team. It's a short week.
Do we see a Kenny Pickett sighting at some point this year?
I don't think that's going to be in this game, but definitely I could see that in week 4. If it wasn't a short week, I would say maybe even this week. But being Thursday, I think they're just going to ride with Trubisky again. He has another very mediocre performance. I think it's going to be Kenny Pickett time here coming up.
Okay. Aaron?
I mean, even Mike Tomlin doesn't know who's going to start. So with that kind of uncertainty in Pittsburgh, I can't really see anybody choosing them over the Browns this week. Even though I don't think isn't Myles Garrett is injured, right? Is he hurt?
So
is he going to be
Jadeveon Clowney is out. Myles Garrett
out. Is Garrett going to play?
Garrett might. I think he's questionable.
He's questionable still? Okay. All right. I thought he was out. All right, questionable. Yeah, Browns.
I think that matters, to be honest.
That's. I mean, you hear that and you're like, "Ooh, that's not good." But is Mitchell Trubisky the quarterback that can take advantage of that? And I think the answer to that is no.
He's bad.
So you go Browns.
I don't even think we need to ask you, Kevin.
Well, after last week and my going against the grain, I've learned my mistakes. I will also go with the Browns. I think it's pretty obvious. Nice short week. Turn around, give the ball to Nick Chubb, and let him carry you to victory. Still haven't seen the production from Najee Harris that you got last year. So
no checkdowns.
Yeah. Yep. So I am also going to take the Browns. Moving on to the next game here, the Bills versus the Dolphins. I am excited to watch this game. I think this is going to be
the game of the week.
Yeah, if both teams play to their potential.
It just depends on if Tua airs it out.
Yeah, if you get the same kind of performance,
I think he's gonna have to with the Bills.
For sure.
I think you're not going to stop the Bills, so you're going to have to outscore them. I'll start with this one. Give me the Bills. We saw how good of an offense Miami has and what they can be, but you're still behind the Bills. And give me Stephon Diggs over Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle both, I think.
Yep.
it's going to be very hard to go against the Bills. I think the Bills and the Chiefs are the top two teams in the league, and there's a big drop off from there. So give me the Bills, even though they're away. I still think they get it done. Where are you going, Aaron?
I'm gonna go Josh Allen all day. The Dolphins, they're going to be all over the place this year, I think. So it's just I can't. It's so hard to bet against Allen in any way. Like
I would agree with you.
Yeah. So I like him too much, and going forward, I probably won't bet against him for the rest of the year. So I'm going to go Bills.
Okay, Ryan, are you you going to take that flyer out there?
No, not this week. It's the Bills, man. They're on another level. Don't get me wrong, the Dolphins look good, but we need consistency. And if they get down early in this game, this isn't the Ravens. This isn't Lamar Jackson. I mean, they got Josh Allen there. They can go. They're going to keep the
Lamar Jackson hate.
I can't stand the dude. Whatever. Anyways, we're not talking about that. But
I will. I will bring up something
man.
a stat I saw, and I'll be completely honest. I didn't take the time to fact check it, but it had the record for Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen, and Josh Allen was like 42 and 22 overall, and Lamar Jackson was 42 and 18. And one you look at and is, Josh Allen is a leader. He's unstoppable. He's, a great. And then, Lamar Jackson, he's unsuccessful. He's not good for a team. He's a running back. And you're like, man, looking at that, and that sure says otherwise.
Sure. But
there's higher expectations
too. You're talking Lamar Jackson has had a top tier defense pretty much the entire time he's been in the league, and a way better run game. The Bills are just starting to figure their stuff out over these last couple of years. So, yeah,
I'm not disagreeing, but I do like me some Lamar Jackson, so I gotta stand up for him a little bit. All taking the Bills there. We'll move on to the next game here. The Bengals versus the Jets. Before we give our picks here, I do want to highlight last week, a little clip from last week. I'll go ahead and play this, and you guys tell me what you think of this.
That'll be me. I can't hear anything.
Do you have anything to say about that, Ryan?
Well, I didn't hear anything personally, but I'm going to assume.
Yeah, neither of us can hear it.
Oh, no. I apologize. I will have to make a change to that. Basically, this is you claiming last week that the Bengals versus the Dallas Cowboys was a 100% lock. There was no chance that the Bengals were going to lose that game. And I don't know if you have already tried to forget that game, but the Cowboys won. So,
God, who would say something so stupid?
You know what?
Out of all, you had a great week last week. That was not good.
I didn't think there was any way possible the Bengals' offensive line could be any worse than it was last year. They upgraded at almost every position. We got a new center, you got a new right guard, new right tackle, and maybe it's a Joe Burrow thing.
Maybe he likes it. Maybe he needs to get hit to feel.
Dude, it's not even that. If you watch these games, and that's another crappy part, is these are now nationally televised games.
Yeah.
Because they went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And you watch these games, and it is just awful watching how bad their tackles are getting beat on the edge. It is insane.
I mean, they lost to Cooper Rush.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
I mean, like,
You know what? I will give you guys that. I will take it. If you go back to one of the first episodes we did, and here I think it was week 1 picks. I said they were going to find a way to bungle it. Play that clip. How about that? And they are bungling the shit out of this.
We've looked through the archives and we don't have that clip.
I said Joe Burrow was going to be the MVP this season.
You did. God.
Yeah,
I don't think they're allowed to pick him now.
Jesus, dude.
That's not looking good.
I mean,
so
I have to go the Bengals here. I can't. There's no way.
The Jets beat the Bengals last year, right?
They did with freaking Mike White. You know what? It wasn't even Zach Wilson. It was Mike White. For God's sakes. And then we lose to Cooper Rush. But no. We're going to turn it around. This has to be it. It has to be. There's no choice.
Okay, Aaron?
Don't make me do this.
Do it.
I really don't.
Because if you don't, I'm gonna.
Because I want to take a flyer on the Jets just because. Oh God, so Joe Flacco's going to be.
Joe Flacco's going to start. Yep.
Joe Flacco's starting, and then what? It's Garrett Wilson and
Elijah Moore.
I can't against
You also
Jamar
got
Chase.
Corey Davis.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I like Joe Burrow too much. I can't. I have to pick the Bengals.
The fact that there's even a struggle here.
It's
come on,
Joe
Bengals.
Burrow,
Jesus.
He's too cool to lose 3 straight. He's the new.
Mentioned this in the very first episode. The Super Bowl loss,
The hangover.
loser woes. It's very, very real.
It really
And we're
is.
seeing it.
It really is a huge factor.
If the Bengals were at home in this game, I think I could give the Bengals, I could pick the Bengals. The Jets at home,
Joe Flacco.
I think Joe Flacco is throwing the ball. That's all they need. Get it to your playmakers. Don't sit there. I think if Zach Wilson was in and Zach Wilson wanted to do his MILF Hunter thing and wanted to, be the coolest guy out in the field. Okay,
I like that though.
You can like that off the
That's
field.
my favorite part about him.
Yes, but it has nothing to do with football. So, I'm gonna go the Jets here because Joe Flacco is gonna play another game. He's gonna throw 50
This
times.
is why you're in last place.
You're not wrong. But here's the thing. Had I just picked against the Bengals every week so far, I'd have 2 more wins. So
That's a fair point. I can't say against that. That's fair.
I'm not betting against Joe. I'm not doing it.
fair enough. On to the next one. We've got the Raiders versus the Titans. I'm gonna let you start it off, Aaron. Both teams are 0-2. Go ahead and pile it on.
I don't want to because I like Derrick Henry so much. So, as being King Henry, I watched that dude baptize how many people over the last 3 years, and it has just been extremely satisfying from fuck that guy who's talking shit. Derrick Henry's going to eat. And so, and then getting to the AFC, it doesn't feel the same this year. It doesn't feel like, and Derrick Henry's a slow starter, but not this slow. And it's just, it feels like there's something wrong in Tennessee. But I had Derek's back the last couple of weeks too. And he's made me look stupid twice so far. Look at that team. Where are we? Where's the Las Vegas Raiders at? Just at wide receiver, quarterback, even tight end. Just go out there and just throw the ball up. Somebody of a Raiders should come down with it.
Yeah,
and it's just it's been absolutely insane.
There's been some
Hunter Renfro's not catching anything. What happened to Third and Renfro? the guy just got paid. Now you're not going to make any production in the slot at all.
I've said this, man. He's the third option. If that,
I get that.
You want to give it to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is going to.
When Darren Waller and Devontae Adams aren't really pulling it down either, and Hunter Renfrow also isn't, then I think it's coming down to Derek Carr. And that's what I said. I was like, this is Derek Carr's last chance. Like, I feel like this is it for him. And if he can't get it done this year, then there's a real problem. So, like, and I thought he was going to be hungry in week 1. I thought he was going to be even hungrier in week 2. And now it's like they're just rolling over and dying. So, like, I don't know.
They look good coming out of the gate in week 2. But let the Cardinals come back in it.
I couldn't. That was just such a depressing one. And they should have been up way more than that.
Yeah.
It was just.
Yeah.
So who are you going with?
It's Titans at home, right?
It is.
I'm going Titans.
It is.
I'm going
Titans. Ryan, go ahead since I let you feel the Bengals. I'll let you pile it on my.
I don't want to go Titans. I'm going Titans.
So first of all, we were talking about Super Bowl woes, Super Bowl losing woes. How about this number 1 seed woes? Let's talk about that.
It's not.
I like that topic a little better.
It's not doing us very well. It's
yeah.
Look, I think Aaron hit it. There's something wrong in Tennessee, and I'll get to that in a second.
In all honesty, if you would have told me coming into the season that one of these teams was going to start 0-3, I would have said you lost your damn mind. There's no way. But I don't know what's going on. It's going to be tough, man. You have the Raiders coming off a very emotional loss. They thought that game was over. They were going home. They got their win. Man, but Tennessee just did not look right. I don't know what's going on over there. But
I don't know if it was losing AJ Brown and he was a big locker room guy or what it was. It just
that could be. I mean, that's you know what? I'm sorry, Kevin, but I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. They've just looked better so far.
It is understandable. So I do think there's something wrong in Tennessee. I think Ryan Tannehill is not the guy for the future, is not going to do anything for us. I haven't been super high on him. I think he's a manageable quarterback. He's not the answer at quarterback. Losing A.J. Brown has proven to be, at least for right now, for the short-term future, a bad move.
Rough loss.
It's clearly showing. We've had offensive line issues. Taylor Lewan, I think I saw something where he could be out for the rest of the year.
That's rough.
It's awful. Awful news.
Hey, he's been such a dominant line player for
and
so long.
It's not right. All that being said, the Raiders have not, they haven't been able to do it either. Titans should have won their week 1 game against the Giants, in my opinion. They got blown out by the Bills. I think a lot of teams are going to get blown out by the Bills. So I'm trying to not sit there and go, "Ooh, the Titans are so bad. Look at how bad they played." A lot of teams are going to do that. I mean, look at the Rams when they played the Bills. We're not sitting here going, "Oh, the Rams are awful." So give me the Titans because they're at home. I do think that the Titans are not going to be the dominant team that they have been this year, but I am going to go Titans at home. I think if the Raiders were at home, I could take the Raiders, but give me the home team. Man, and here's another reason. I think Mike Vrabel is a better head coach than Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
I think Josh McDaniels
for sure.
is a good coordinator. I don't think he's a good head coach. And I think he's proven that in the past. So give me the Titans in this one.
Certainly proven in that this season.
Next game here, we got the Saints versus the Panthers. Man, I want to go the Saints. I want to. I like all of their weapons. Yeah, you can be against Jameis Winston as a guy, but man, the guy can sling the ball around with the best of them. Michael Thomas.
How many interceptions did he have?
Enough. Michael Thomas.
He got
Chris
one
Olave.
interception for every fracture he has in his back.
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing. Yeah, how is he going to play with that?
Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara. I mean, I love the Saints offense, but just like you said, Jameis Winston, I don't know how he's feeling. Is Alvin Kamara going to be back? That's still not for sure. I think he's got some rib cartilage fractures, kind of the same thing like Justin Herbert. So for a running back, that's not a fun thing. Give me the Panthers here at home to get their first win. I think they maybe don't, go and be dominant, but I think they have just enough to get it done. So I'll go the Panthers on this one. And Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, you made a lot of good points. There's a lot of question marks going on with New Orleans right now. But the Carolina hasn't looked good either. Like,
no,
we talked about this a little bit in our fantasy podcast. Like, Christian McCaffrey is not getting the touches you would expect. I don't know if they're playing it safe, but they need to unleash that guy. They need to get as much as they can from him.
I would agree with that. They need to get him the ball.
If they do that, I think they'll start seeing their points per game go up. They'll start getting these wins. But I'm with you. I think we got to go Carolina. There's too many question marks for New Orleans right now on that offense of what they're going to be. But we'll probably see that in the next couple weeks.
Aaron?
I feel bad for Jameis. I think he got a bad rap right out the gate, with Tampa and everything else. But he's kind of proven what he is, and that's like another Brett Favre. He just sling the ball out there, and what happens? Yeah, what happens. Well, I don't think Brett Favre was that spectacular of a quarterback. He's even less spectacular of a person.
Well, no kidding. No kidding.
I like Michael Thomas. I like Landry. There's some good weapons, and Alvin Kamara's hasn't really broken out as well as he could this year. So I think he might do. Hopefully, did he play last week?
No, he's hurt.
Oh, he's injured. Is he still injured?
He's questionable for week 3.
He might come in this week, right?
He might.
All right. So if you know what, give me the Saints. I'm going to go with the Saints this week. I don't see Christian McCaffrey. They haven't been giving him the ball or getting him involved. And so I'm going to go Saints.
Okay. Fair enough. On to the next game here. We have the Ravens versus the Patriots. Both teams 1-1 here. I think it's we're looking at 2 1-1 teams that are on opposite sides of that 1-1. I think the Ravens are a much better team than the Patriots.
Definitely.
I think Lamar Jackson over Mac Jones any day. Give me the Ravens here. I think it's hard to stop him, which is why he's my MVP candidate. He's my MVP pick this year. As long as he stays healthy. Give me the Ravens in this one. Aaron?
I can't argue with any of that. Lamar Jackson, dude. He's gonna smash all over the Pats. I don't think the Pats are gonna have anything for him or any kind of answer for it. It's just Mac Jones isn't very good. The Patriots just aren't there. They're going to be in a long, weird rebuild mode, and I think they're going to be. It's like welcome to the suck. They're going to be joined 8-8 for a long time. They'd be like they're just missing Brady more every single week. So
Yeah.
they're not going to be bad enough to get high-end draft picks, and they're not going to be good enough to win any
Stuck
playoff
in that
games.
mediocrity.
So, it's just that nice middle ground where you get real humble
Yep.
and you figure out who your fans are. So Ravens for the win.
Okay, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, we saw it again this week against Steelers. The Patriots have no offense. They can't move the ball. And, I mean, we're really seeing now it wasn't Bill Belichick in New England. It was Tom Brady. He carried that team. And
I think I will take nothing away from Bill Belichick. I think he's a great head coach.
Oh, sure.
One of the greatest of all time.
It was both.
But
it was a great combination.
It doesn't matter
well
how
together.
good of a coach you are. If you don't have the players around you, you will not succeed.
Yeah.
You can elevate. You're not going to lead team. You're not going to lead the Patriots to what they were over the years just because of the head coach. You need the players around you.
So, but yeah, the Ravens are just a better team. They got lazy last week against the Dolphins and let them claw their way back into that game.
Yeah.
But they're not going to do it this week. There's no way.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going Ravens.
Okay. On to the next one, we've got the Lions versus the Vikings. Again, both teams 1-1. Lions got, on the high end, and the Vikings starting to go, is this offense really what we thought it was? And, they really did not look good against the Eagles on Monday night. So we'll let you start it off, Ryan.
I told you the Lions were going to be better this year. Just not that first week. And they looked good last week. I think they're really starting to figure it out. I think DeAndre Swift is still a little banged up, but he showed he can still get it done.
Very productive.
Even on the limited
touches. Yeah.
He still dominated. So, but on the other hand, you still got Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook on the other side. You can't discount and discredit those guys. They had an off week. What are you going to do? But I think if Detroit can do what Philly did and get pressure on Kirk Cousins, because he did not look good at all against the blitz. He handled it so poorly. It didn't even look like he was calling any audibles, changing protections. It just looked like he couldn't see it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Lions. I like what they got going on right now.
Aaron?
I think Goff will still Goff it up every couple weeks. I did hats off to him on the Ron St. Brown. Was it the Sun God? What the hell is that? Amon Ra. But DeAndre Swift is a fantastic running back, but I still think that I really, really, really still think that the Vikings have a good chance of winning that division this year. So it's I'm gonna go Vikings at home in Minnesota. I think the Lions were at home last week, right? So I just don't see them being able to do that twice. So
I love the Lions. I think they are going to surprise a lot of teams this year. But here's the sole reason why I am going the Vikings. This game is not prime time. You do not have prime time Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins will play well enough. He will get the ball to the playmakers. They will win. Give me Vikings.
If you put Kirk Cousins in a Monday night game, that's it.
That's right.
He's throwing for negative yards.
Man. Next game here, we got the Eagles versus the Commanders. The Eagles have looked dominant. Maybe the Commanders have found something here with Carson Wentz. I will let you start it off, Aaron.
Jalen Hurts is doing a lot better than I thought he was going to. Carson Wentz is good Lord. I'm definitely going to go Eagles. I feel like they're definitely a better team. But, yeah, I don't really have much to say about this game. It's not even.
Some games are like that.
I just don't think that the Commanders have a chance. So it's not. I'm not even going to name any players or it doesn't matter. They're not going to win this game.
I will name some players. I love the weapons for the Commanders. I love John Dotson.
Yeah,
Gary Terry.
Yeah, Terry
Curtis
McLaurin's
Samuel.
really good.
I do like him.
But
All that being said,
you need
cool,
somebody to throw
great.
the ball. And I don't think Carson Wentz is that guy.
Wentz has shown he's shown that he can.
Yeah.
He's played a whole lot better than what people gave him credit for, and looked for him to do this year. So I hope he keeps playing that way. I think it's good for him to do that. So, but it doesn't matter.
He's thrown
the Eagles
from a mess of touchdowns too, right?
Yeah, the Eagles are a better team.
Yeah.
Give me the Eagles. They look dominant on Monday night. I don't care that it's a shorter week for them. They're just a better team. So give me the Eagles. Ryan?
This could be one of those games where you get a dominant looking team like the Eagles starting to get a little too confident.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, they look awesome. But that second half of that game against the Vikings, they didn't do a whole lot. Everything was in the first half. All the big explosive plays, it was all the first half. They didn't really do much. Washington is showing they got to sit there and they got to fight the whole game to stay competitive. And I think it's going to be a lot closer than what a lot of people think. I wouldn't be surprised if Washington wins this game, but I'm not going to pick them. I'm going to stick with the Eagles. They're the hot team, but I just wouldn't be surprised if Washington pulled this out.
See Washington gets down by like 3 touchdowns and they just start airing it out. I could see Philly looks, oh, hey, we're up. Let's go easy. Let's just get this game over with. I could see that. I could see that happening. You're not wrong. But
even Logan Thomas is getting involved again. He's starting to come back. And, there's not one guy that the Eagles have to focus on. Darius Slay can't just follow one guy around all night.
True.
So, there's so many weapons in Washington. I don't know. Still sticking with the Eagles, but almost talked myself into going Redskins. But gonna go Eagles.
You mean Commanders?
Yes. Sorry, Commanders.
How dare you say that?
Sued.
Yeah.
I know.
Jeez.
What was I thinking?
On to the next game here. We got the Chiefs versus the Colts. I'll start it off. I don't need to say anything. Give me the Chiefs. They're a better team, and I'm moving on.
That is, Chiefs. Matt Ryan is done. He is not. No more Matty Ice.
Aaron,
this is
anything. I think we've made it clear.
Yeah. I mean, I've been rooting for Matt Ryan this whole time. I just don't think. I don't think that he has. I think he's still got something left, but I don't think he has it.
Texans and the Jags, Aaron. Texans and the Jags.
I don't think he has it against Kansas City. You gotta give him time. You still have Pittman. You still have a majority number 1 overall pick, last year's rushing title holder, in for a running back. So it's not like he doesn't have weapons around him. It's week 2, or we're going into week 3. Still going to go with Kansas City, but I think Indianapolis can still put some wins together this season, just not this week.
We will move on then, because I think that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, for sure.
But with how the NFL year is going, here's where the Colts blow up.
Right.
On to the next one, the Texans versus Bears. 2 high-powered offenses here going against each other. I will let you start it off, Aaron. Give your high-depth analysis on this.
Cole Kmet's going to go off for 3 touchdowns because I benched him in my fantasy league. But
is that the only player you can name on either of these teams?
All right. Justin Fields at quarterback.
Are we doing this?
Cole Kmet,
is this what we're doing?
I'm not sure. I don't think I can name a wide receiver.
All right. Anyways,
but they're both 0-0, right? Or what? No, Texans have a tie. What was it?
Yep.
The Bears did beat your Niners. Don't forget that.
Yeah, in
the Bud Bowl.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go Texans. Screw it.
Okay.
So
Right.
I mean, not for any good real. I just like Brandon Cooks. So
I'm leaning towards the Texans too. They've been. It's not like they've played terribly. I mean, but they did play the Colts, who are awful right now. But they were hanging around with the Broncos for a while there. So
yeah,
it's not going to be a good game. I don't think we really have to talk about it all that much. But
Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. Yeah.
I don't know who Davis Mills is.
So I'm going to go Texans. I mean, yeah, just lock it in, Texans.
Okay. Give me the home team again. Give me the Bears. I think David Montgomery can do just enough to get them. The Bears are only going to need to throw the ball 17 times to make it happen. So, give me the Bears, and we'll see the final score at the end of this game, and watch all the 3 highlights that'll happen, and we'll move on to next week.
That's a toss up there, anyway.
Next game here, we got the Jaguars versus the Chargers. Again, 2 opposite ends of the 1-1 spectrum here. Chargers at home, I don't need to say much. Give me the Chargers. They're a better team. They're at home. The Jaguars played the awful-looking Colts. That's how they got their victory. I don't care that they beat them 24-1 or 24-0. They're not a good team. They're not there yet. They've got some good young talent. It's not their time. Chargers, log it down. Anyone want to jump out and pick the Jaguars here? Prove me wrong.
Can we just
Not at all.
Can we just take a moment to express how wasted Christian Kirk is in Jacksonville?
I mean, it's his first year there.
He's playing well.
Yeah, I know, but he is fantastic. He's a good wide receiver. So it's sad to see somebody go to Jacksonville like that. Where was he drafted? Was he in there? Was he their number 1?
He was with the Cardinals.
He was with the Cardinals. Yeah. I know I've ragged on Trevor Lawrence. I'm still going to rag on him. I still don't think he's the guy, but
I gotta give the guy there for a second. He
played very well last week, but it was against the Colts. I think that's all I have to say about that, and I'm going Chargers.
Okay. They're Aaron, I'm marking the Jags down here for you. Is that correct?
Please don't do that.
Chargers, then.
Chargers.
I think we're all on the same boat here. We will just move on to the next game here. We've got the Rams versus the Cardinals. Both teams getting their first victory last week. I will let you start it off here, Aaron.
Me again?
Yeah.
High
depth analysis.
Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford. I really like the Rams. I don't trust Kyler Murray. Ever since he had a couple good years there, but I just don't really see him. Everybody's got tape on him now, so and then that always makes me worried for what is he 4th, 5th year now? So he has some weapons around him. When does his wide receiver come back from suspension? Is that
DeAndre Hopkins? That's week 6.
Week 6.
Week 6.
Yeah. So he's not
suspended the first 6 weeks.
6 weeks. Okay.
So week 7 he comes back.
Connor had an off week last week, but I think though.
They had to air it out though, and Connor got hurt.
Yeah.
I think Eno Benjamin came in, and Damian Williams. They kind of split time there, but I think that was.
They're both 1-1. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay.
Even cards.
Yeah, Arizona doesn't look right either, to be honest. I know they came back from behind against the Raiders, but
what an ugly win that was, too.
It was. It really was. There's no way that should have happened. You can't let Kyler Murray hang out for 5 minutes, scrambling in the backfield.
Yeah.
It looked like it was Madden. I was like, is this Madden or is this the actual game? I don't know. I can't tell. But there's no way that should happen. I think the Rams are too good to let something like that happen and let him have his way.
Can you do a quick fact check for me and let me know if there's a Call of Duty double XP weekend coming
That's
up?
actually what I was doing while Aaron was talking. That's why I was on my phone. I was checking to make sure it doesn't start till September 28th. That's Wednesday.
Well, with that being said, give me the not Cardinals. I will not go with the Cardinals. I think that game
I just don't see it
was purely because they caught the Raiders off guard. The Raiders are not a sound team. They completely fumbled that away, and I don't think the Rams
100%.
do that. I think the Rams are a much better coached team, a better team all around. Give me the Rams. I think this one, while it can be maybe a nice high-scoring game just because the talent that Arizona does have, they're not good enough to beat the Rams. So we will move on there. The Packers versus the Buccaneers is our next game. I do have a clip here that Ryan and Aaron both pointed out they weren't able to hear, so I'll play it quickly. It's only like 9 seconds, but I will also then just go over what it says. So for those of you that did hear it, it's Aaron picking last week's Tampa Bay game and saying that you don't bet against Tom Brady. And then me with my very confident sounding voice says, I'm going to bet against Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. I'm glad you brought that up.
That did not work out very well for me. So I'm going to tuck my tail between my legs and
that was the ugliest win of Tom Brady's career, too.
They got it done. And
I think Blaine Gabbert could have done that, right?
Hey, but it was Tom Brady out there, so I bet against him and I lost. With that being said, the Buccaneers still have offensive line issues. Mike Evans is suspended. Chris Godwin's out. Who's going to play? Is Julio still out? Is Russell Gage still out? Who do they have for Tom Brady to throw the ball to? I said that last week and they won, but give me the Packers here. I think their Packers are finally starting to pick up steam here. I think they'll come in and they'll win an ugly football game. I think Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon are just too good. It's too much of a weapon overload against Tampa Bay, who has all of their weapons out. I mean, yeah, you've got Leonard Fournette, but give me Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon over Leonard Fournette. So I will go the Packers in this one. Ryan, who do you have?
You had me fooled there for a second. I thought you were going to jump back in on the Bucs there.
Look, I made the mistake of picking against Tom Brady last week, and I will probably make the same mistake and pick against Tom Brady this week, but I like the Packers.
You were almost right. I think they got a little extra motivation from Mike Evans. I don't think that had much to do with Brady. That defense was ready to ride or die for Mike Evans on that. So, but I 100% agree with you. Who's going to Cameron Brate? Are you telling me Cameron Brate's going to beat the Packers? Or Scotty Miller? It's not going to happen. I don't think you'll get the same performance like you did last week from Aaron Jones, but Aaron Rodgers is not Jameis Winston. He's not going to turn the ball over that many times that quickly. And I don't know. I'm with you. I'm going to go Packers.
Okay. Aaron?
So Green Bay struggled against what? Minnesota and Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? So like
They didn't struggle
struggle
against
Chicago.
no,
Chicago.
they beat them handily, but like it wasn't like an all out. It wasn't an Aaron Rodgers-esque, blowout.
No.
So
No.
and then we're gonna go away against the Bucks against a much better defense, right? What are the Bucks? Bucks, yeah, Bucks.
Their defense is good.
Yeah, the defense.
Good.
The Bucks have a great defense. So I think I'm gonna take Bucks at home.
Okay.
I'm not gonna bet against Tom Brady. I'm gonna go Bucks at home.
Okay. Hey, that worked out for you last week.
So,
it's probably going to work out for you this week. Let's be honest.
I mean, it's Aaron Rodgers' regular season, and he still has Sammy Watkins and Alan Lazard. So who does Tommy have? But I'm going to go Tommy at home with a better defense.
Okay. The next game here, we've got the Falcons versus the Seahawks. The Falcons have played, they've had some good highlights. Man, I'm worried that we're going to see, just because I'm a Marcus Mariota fan, I'm worried we're going to see Desmond Ridder come in here if this keeps up. So I will let you start this one, Ryan. Who are you taking in this one?
I think you can blame Mariota for these losses, though. He's been leaving it out there. He's been doing his best.
But where do you make the change?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that last pick wasn't really his fault. He was getting sacked. He was thrown off his back foot. It was still pretty on target, just a little high. But like I said, you got the best you're going to get out of Geno Smith in week 1, and he did not do them any favors this last week. I like Atlanta in this. I hope they get Kyle Pitts involved a little more. Just force feed him if you have to, but you got to get him going. But yeah, I think I'm going to ride with the Falcons.
Aaron?
Seattle's still Seattle at home. Falcons on the road. This is hard. I mean, Falcons are a better defense, probably. I'm assuming. I mean, Seattle's just so broken, and they're still trying to figure things out with Geno, but still Seattle at home. I mean, that's not an easy win anyway you look at it.
That's very fair.
So I'm gonna go Seattle at home.
Okay. I was very quick to say Atlanta here. I think they have been the better looking offense by a mile. But man, Seattle is at home is tough for anyone to come in there and play against. Man, this one is tough for me. I'm going to give it to Atlanta here. I don't like it that they're playing in Seattle here, but just for the sake that I like
Go with your gut,
like
man.
what they've done. Well, let's be honest here. My gut has led me to 13-19. So
it's okay to be bad, man.
that
It's very true.
is not good.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, though, man. Seattle at home is tough to go against.
Yeah. I want Atlanta to win. I'm not happy about it, but give me Atlanta in this one. I think they get their first win. Next game here, we've got the 49ers versus the Broncos. You've got Jimmy Garoppolo back in town versus everyone's favorite quarterback, Russell Wilson, or at least that's what he thinks.
That poor guy.
Who are you taking here, Aaron?
Dude, is it weird that if we lose to the Broncos, it's going to feel like we're still losing to Seattle? It's
No.
we recently got an upgrade at quarterback. So, and, that feels great. I'm going to go with San Francisco.
Okay.
The Russell Wilson was weird out there. It's just very odd. Brandon Ayuk might actually get some targets now that we have an actual quarterback playing quarterback. Even though I hate Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hate for Trey Lance is so much stronger.
It was just so bad. Right as soon as that pick went in, I was like, I'm no longer a 49er fan. I got to sell all this shit. And so give me if Kittle plays, we're definitely going to win. Just because his long flowing hair, his golden locks, catching touchdowns,
leads them to victory.
Yeah, right. It's a big old Viking out there. But, give me the 49ers. I think they're a better rounded team than the Broncos are right now. And the Broncos just look weird.
Ryan?
Oh, this is another one of those games that I think is going to be a coin flip.
Yeah. It is a home game for the Broncos, too, which makes it even
It
worse.
is, and don't get me wrong, I want to take the Niners. I despise Russell Wilson. But I've been taking a lot of road teams, and that's not going to end well for me. So I got to start taking some home teams here. But I think Russell, he's going to start to figure it out. They're going to start meshing.
Yeah.
Oh God! But Garoppolo does make the Niners a better team.
I haven't heard if he's coming back.
All right.
But
sorry, I just wanted to throw that out there.
I think there's a chance he misses.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's a tough road game, Ryan. I get it. So.
It is. I mean, I want to take the Niners, but I think I'm going to have to go Broncos just based off because they're the home team.
Okay. I am going to take the 49ers. I think, Trey Lance could have, he was still figuring things out. Aaron's pointed out may never figure it out, but I think that was something that was kind of holding the 49ers back.
No.
I think Jimmy Garoppolo, while he's not the greatest quarterback ever, he is a huge upgrade in the short term for this team.
Yeah.
I think that enough is going to get the job done. They are away, but I think they're a good team, and I think they're able to do enough to get the victory on the road. So give me the 49ers in this one.
Good choice.
And move on to the Monday night game, the 1-1 Cowboys versus the 2-0 Giants. I'll start this one. I think the Cowboys, while they got the win last week versus the Bengals, it's not like they looked amazing and they had found their new quarterback in Cooper Rush. Yeah. I think they just played a Bengals team who doesn't. I think they're still partying from making the Super Bowl last year. They got some things to figure out, especially with that O-line. So I think that was the reason the Cowboys won last week. Give me the Giants. Saquon's back. They're at home. They can turn the ball around and just let him run wild. Give me the Giants.
You still high on Daniel Jones, Ryan?
I was going to say, you guys gave me crap for being high on Daniel Jones, but I'm pretty sure he won that game.
Oh, I'm not picking the Giants because Daniel Jones is the quarterback.
Hey, they're 2-0, man. Credit goes to the quarterback, right?
Well,
no,
I think
blame goes to the
see
quarterback. Credit goes to the team.
Right there.
Yeah. Saquon Barkley is a fantastic running back, man. It's just.
Well, where are you going with this one, Ryan?
I agree. I'm going with the Giants again. I can't believe the Giants. I'm going to take them to go 3-0, but it's crazy. Cooper Rush did play really well. The only thing I think that the Giants really have to worry about in this game is Micah Parsons. He can ruin anybody's day.
Absolutely want that guy on my team. And the guy's awesome.
He really is. I hope I never have to see him again, to be honest. But I just think the Giants are rolling right now, even though it's not pretty all the time. They're getting it done. When they need to make the plays, they're making the plays. And I just don't trust Cooper Rush to win 2 games in a row, to be honest. But I could. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But I think I'm going to the Giants.
Okay, Aaron.
I'm picking the Giants because I hate Ezekiel Elliott.
Fair enough. I will mark it down. That's
I honestly
is
think
good
that
enough for
the
me.
Cowboys have a pretty good chance of winning. Cooper Rush might not be. He's bad, but they still have CeeDee Lamb. They
Played efficient though.
So
you gotta give them that.
Yeah, I do think Dallas can win, but I both think that they're real middle of the road where they're at right now, and for middle of the road teams, I'll take the better running back, and the better running back to me right now on both of these teams is definitely Saquon.
Okay. Well, that is it. I hope both of you lose every game that you pick different from me. With that being said, good luck to you both. If you like this content, guys, please like, subscribe. We're going to be doing this every week, and you're going to come back that next week and make fun of us again for all of our high analysis picks. So definitely come back next week, and we'll be able to do this again. Thank you both for joining me yet again, and I will see you next week.
I guess.
I hate football.